G'day viewers, welcome to our 6th lockdown. Unbelievable. Anyway, I'm making a video today in response to Stephen King. He saw my video on installing the this system where I had to change something that I'd put in here from RAM that didn't work, and he asked why didn't I show how I did it. Well, good question. So here's how I did it. Okay, so now I've tried to take the whole lot out, but I couldn't take this out because it's in there nice and good, and I didn't want to disturb it too much. So what that is basically is a long piece split into 4, as you can see there, and at the bottom it's connected with a like a hex piece. Now I've got the video here, you can see it there. 4 splits up the sides, and then what happens once you put the bolt in, left the bolt over here, which I was cleaning. Now I did put Loctite on this, so what I've done is I've just using an old wire brush to clean the old Loctite off, and I was just going to clean that off with a little bit of isopropyl alcohol. I'm not sure whether it makes much difference, but I'm going to do it anyway. Get it nice and clean. That should be pretty good. So that's the bolt. Okay, so what happens, that actually goes in there. Okay, like that, so, and there's a little cap at the end where you can cap off that. Okay, so when you put the bolt in now, I'll show you without the mount. That goes in there, and there's a thread, and as you screw that down, it spreads it apart and grabs onto the hole here. Now the thing with this Blackbird nut here, that hex hole, as I explained in the video, and I'll actually put a link to that video down in the description. There's only a thin piece on the nut for that to grab onto. So as I said in the video, you can't push that too far in, otherwise what happens, the hole further down is too big and it won't hold, which is what was happening with the old, I think it's a stem mount, RAM mount. In the old video you'll see where I had to take out that old system which didn't work. So what happens with this one, right, you're just going to make sure that you can see there, that's the hex there, and you can see the splits, so that spreads out that way as you tighten the bolt and holds on nice and tight. Just being careful not to push that down too far. It can't go any further than that, otherwise it won't hold on. So let's give that a go. Bolt goes in there, flange on there. Now there's a rubber piece in there which is what pushes the that split piece out, and you need a number 5 Allen key or Allen wrench, whatever you want to call it. So you put that in. I actually forgot to put the Loctite on, so I'll do that now. These can come loose, that's why I put Loctite on there. and I have not had that come loose at all. You do have to be careful when you're actually putting a clamp on that you don't move it around too much. Okay, so there's the Loctite. I might just spread that out a little bit. Try not to get that on your bike anywhere, because it is pretty strong glue. If you do get it on there, wipe it off straight away. Okay, so here we go again. Whack that in there. Flange on the bottom. And you can see I use that quite a bit. It's a little bit worn off. What happens as well with these, it's like a rubber O-ring there for grip that actually deteriorates as well. I think that's, I bought a rubber O-ring and put that on there. Over time that will deteriorate. Okay, so I've got that on there. Alright, just make sure you don't strip it. And now mine's obviously already splayed out and nice and tight, so I don't need to do it too much. When you do it initially, it will splay out and hold on nice and tight. And you don't want to over tighten it either, you just want it enough so that's nice and solid. So there you go, and then you've got the little cap, goes on the top. And there you have it. So I hope that answers your question, Stephen King, and that works a treat. Now, as a side note, I'm actually going to try and put, there's not a lot of room on the Blackbird, so I'm actually going to try and put a Garmin mount on this. Now, I showed you in my video of the mods for the V-Strom. Right here, I showed you the Garmin mount. I've actually got another one which I'm going to try and put on the Blackbird. I'm not sure if there's going to be enough room. I normally have the phone mounted onto that mount. So I'm going to try and do that to the Blackbird. The only difference will be it won't have this lock, because that's an aftermarket thing that I put on. It'll just be this piece here with and wired into the battery. That'll be another video. I'll show you all the bits and pieces that I got with the Garmin Zumo XT. Just thought it'd be a nice addition to the Blackbird. I don't ride the Blackbird as much, or not on long trips anyway, but it'll be handy to have the Garmin on there. We'll see how that goes. Alright, so that's the video. Again, I hope it helped and answered your question, and as I said, I'll put a link in the description below of the previous videos. Have a good one, and see you in the next one.